I'm John, this is DempseyJ Illustrations, and on today's video we're going to be venomizing Masters of the Universe, aka HeMan. I thought it'd be quite fun to turn some of the characters into venomized forms. I hope you guys like the idea of this concept. If there's any more retro cartoons or series that you think would be quite good to venomize or genre swap, stuff like Samurai Pizza Cats or Silverhawks, Jason the Wheel Warriors, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, GoBots, Centurions, the list goes on. But anyway, I'm babbling on. If you like this idea, smash the like button because it helps with the YouTube algorithm stuff, and yeah, lets me know you guys like the content. And let's get into the drawing. First up, we have Skeletor. Now, I could not do a venomized HeMan set of character illustrations and not do Skeletor. I mean, he is one of the most iconic bad guys of his era, and I quite like the simple concept, you know, the fact that he's got a skeleton for a face with a hood over, and then he's pretty much got the whole almost barbarian style outfit, and he's just got his colour scheme, which is great. He's pretty much just a purple with a bit of yellow, so a bit of complementary colours, and he just does magic, and he's just a complete evil guy. So I decided on this one that I wanted to do a bit more of a cool pose. I decided that, you know, maybe having his hand up and sort of like the venom tongue coming out would be quite a cool sort of like pose, holding his staff with the ram skull head, which I've tweaked a bit while venomizing. And basically, you guys will see near the end of this, I've kind of like gone for the darker feel with the purples, brought them out a bit more for the more evil and sort of like villain atmospheric effect. I have done a galaxy background, but I couldn't not do it. This is, after all, Masters of the Universe, and I kind of think it just adds to the composition of the piece, which you'll see at the end. I did give him a bit of a glow around him, which is quite cool. And yeah, I hope you guys like how my venomized Skeletor turned out. And our second Venomized Masters of the Universe character is going to be Orko. Now, I think Orko is a brilliant character. He's a character we can all kind of relate to. He's a sorcerer, magician, mage, whichever you want to call it, and he's got quite a simple design. He's got a hat that covers most of his face, and he's got sort of like a red cloak with a big black circle O on it, and blue pointy ears out, and he does spells. The bit we can relate to is no matter how hard he tries, they don't always work out, which I thought was brilliant for a bit of a cross between comic relief and just something you could relate to. You kind of felt for the character. So I really couldn't do a Masters of the Universe episode without venomizing Orko. So I decided that for the pose, I want to just give him a bit of a floaty spellcastery pose, have a bit of like magic happening, at the same time have the venom elements coming out. Now you never see Orko's face other than the eyes, so I decided to keep that as well, kind of like venomized the look while keeping the sort of like clothing together, so it's like a half transformation, which is what I tend to do with most of the characters anyway. I hope you like how Orko turns out, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. And finally, we couldn't have a Venomized Masters of the Universe episode without the iconic hero of the series, HeMan. So I wanted to give him quite his iconic pose where he stood with the sword in the air. Kind of wanted to go quite simple with this in a sense. I mean, HeMan's costume isn't the greatest in the world. He's basically a barbarian with a cross and some straps that go from the cross around his body. Similar to Skeletor's design, really. So they kind of like complement each other, good guy, bad guy, with the colours and the sort of like one's light, one's dark, which is quite nice. But yeah, he's basically built with muscles. He's well defined. He's sort of like he's kind of like the classic hero description you'd get. Tall, strong jaw structure, big muscles, and just, you know, has that kind of feel to him. So I decided I'd do HeMan in his classic pose with the sword held up and keep the venomization quite simple, but at the same time have some fun. I decided I wanted to have the Venom symbiote kind of attaching to the sword and maybe possibly changing it. So, you know, it's kind of on the sword, but it's not completely changed the sword at the moment, which I think adds a nice composition to the piece. And I hope you guys enjoy how the Venomized HeMan came out. There you have it. Venomizing Skeletor, Orko and HeMan for this week's Venomized Masters of the Universe episode. Hope you guys enjoyed how they came out. I really enjoyed doing this video and had a lot of fun doing these illustrations. And, you know, if you did, smash that like button. As I said before, helps with the algorithm. YouTube kind of likes it and lets me know you guys are enjoying the content that I keep providing you. Also, subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date with videos when they come out so you don't miss an episode. And as a bit of a heads up, I'm going to be doing Artober 2020. It's a basically alternative to Inktober. I'm going to be using the art prompt from Standing Now Art Germ. He's basically got one that's got anime characters, game characters and comic characters, which I think is absolutely brilliant, but I want to put a bit of a twist on it. I'm going to, in style with the Halloween month, I'm going to be venomizing some of them. I'm going to be turning them into zombies or monster creatures, as well as doing them in a kind of like a pose that's suited for the character. So again, I have a lot of fun with this one, and I hope you guys will join me on the journey. I will be releasing videos on the channel. I haven't decided if I'll do them daily or I'll do them every couple of days to make them a bit longer. So we've got multiple Inktober illustrations in them. I guess I'll just have to see how much time I've got and how they go along, because it is basically a proper illustration for every single day of the month in October, which I am looking forward to, and I hope you guys will join me on the journey. Anyway, stay safe. I'll catch you next time.